Who are you? How to get this number? I'm Atlas 4. Actually, Omega Atlas 4, even. Now, whatever. When it comes down to it, hope you enjoy. And if you don't enjoy, hope you enjoy anyway. Hey guys, and welcome back. And oh, come on. In case you missed what's going on right now, the lightning storm just started right before I was recording. Whatever, I'll stick with it. Because I'm gonna stick with that guy. But I'm just recording this instead of to actively go over to the Rito Village and do the Rito Village stuff. Before we do that, I want to show you something. As you can see, if you look throughout this, which, I mean, they sold the Dune memories, which is nice, but throughout all of those, you can't really get much other than the bomb flows, which are nice. As far as weaponry, so what you actually gotta do is go down to one of these and talk to this dude, Mr. Chad's holy guy, who, is massive. And you talk to this guy, he'll offer you, as long as you got it from the chest, the big Goron sword. Also, you have to have a space for it. But another thing to know is that where you get the big Goron sword is right over here. So that's something to know. I've been using this sword, so I'm going to use it. Other than that, I've been saving like this stuff, even though I shouldn't save the big Silver Lionel Smasher sword. Or the specific Silver Lionel Smasher, because that's one of the junk swords that I have, because it's big Goron. Even though that, I've been saving it because, just makes life easier, I guess. Anyway, let's go to Rito Village and see about that guy next to two flaming balls, because we were supposed to do that ages ago. I mean, ages ago. Time to continue the quest line. I wonder which one here is the guy who is next to the two flaming pillars. Is it you? So I'm guessing it's not you who's the friend who's next to the giant bonfires. You found these strange things at the foot of the Hebrew mountain. They're oddly shaped, aren't they? I mean, you could just assume they're arrowheads, but you could say they're oddly shaped. I've done every test I can think of, but I haven't learned anything. Not even what they're made of, or what they're for. All I know is that they're pretty heavy and pretty sharp. It'd probably hurt it if you got hit with one, huh? Those are the lower level ones, though. Well, I've got all I'm going to get out of these things. If you want them for some reason, they're all yours. Don't mind if I yes. I'm not gonna take the firewood, though, because they said they needed that. Anyway, so let's just do ourselves somewhat of a favor. Tulin Rito Village. So we go inside the house. Should have known. Rito with the mullet. Why did I wait till I shaved off my head for this? Okay. Oh, wait, I forgot to read that. Link, you're alright. I was worried after I heard that you had gone missing. What happened? So you're looking for Princess Zelda, are you? Sorry to tell you that I haven't heard anything about her. Our feathers are full dealing with more immediate problems. Everyone from the village has left to scavenge food or to investigate the cause of the terrible... for the cause of the terrible blizzard. Take 3. Everyone from the village has left to scavenge for food or to investigate the cause of the terrible blizzard. I'm sticking with it. And all that has been hampered by the sky monsters that seem to be everywhere. The Aracuda. We're spread too thin to deal with them properly, on top of everything else. Sorry, but I wish I could do more for you. Though, now that I think of it, maybe Tulin could help. Alright, you want to run for it, but... Little Tulin has developed his ways with wings that puts the adults to shame. Even in the vicious weather, he patrols through the skies and reports all kinds of useful information. His wind gust technique is something to see. None of the rest of us can pull it off. Even Stern Tyver acknowledges that Tulin's skill is above cut. The kid does preen about it more than he should, but, well, it's worth asking him at least. Last I saw him, he was with Gisan and Lessa on a trip to find food. I think they were on their way to Hebra South Summit Cave. That's to the northeast from here. The cave is past the cliff, out front, and up the mountain road. There should be a bonfire marking the spot. I know the spot. I think I know the spot. Find the bonfire at the mouth of the cave, and you'll be on your way to finding the Tulin. Added and subtracted there, but hey, I was having trouble. You'll find the Tulin. Why do I always think of Farosh? Is this a Farosh? Do you want to come up for snuggles? I can snuggle you. You're looking at me like you want to... I paused this so that I could do this. I paused for my immediate use. Is she truly done with that havoc she's causing? I don't know. Which means I should have a perfect 8 days, but for some reason... I paused the video! How much of that got recorded? My little stinking tugboat. This is how I'm going to dox myself one day. Just like, I'm going to set up streaming and then I'm not going to set up the mute button. VTuber doxed because he's retarded. Valid, but no less painful. Before I get stinking run into one of those mobs again. But they'll never see me coming. So if you don't know what the Majora's Mask does, it basically fools enemy mobs into thinking that you're one of them. Let's see, so can I go up this? That was 30 minutes. Ah. Hey little mate. Well, I mean, I fear if they were intelligent. If ever one of them was as intelligent as Lionel, it would be a little bit more of a tough match. What? Link? Where did you come from? What happened? Well, you see, that rotten monster took my good bow. Oh. See? That's the bow napper. You gotta help me get it back. Help me out, Link. Sure. Really? Thanks. Did you know I can blow a strong gust of wind anywhere I feel like? I'll do it for you too. That way you can glide over to where the monster went. Just tell me where to point the gust and I'll make it for you. Aww. What the? Danke. Okay. Crap, crap, crap. Well, actually... Okay. That still did not work. Oh, wait. Okay, whatever. Moving on. Hey, mate. You want something done? Do it yourself. Gotcha. Thank you. I was so incapable of using your power properly. Danke though. I owe you big time, Link. Really, I think you could have done it yourself. If I just handed you my bow, you probably could have handled the situation. But I mean, glad to help. My bow might have been lost for good. Aww. Hopefully that gives you a little bit of context for life. I can handle them. It's not even a question for me. Mate. I think I can handle them. I'm not letting them mess with a kid. Yes, we did. Hey, look. I think this might have been a good hideout for those monsters. Aww. Link, what was in those mushrooms you gave the Rito? What was that wind? It couldn't have been. There's no way. It must have been something else. We're replacing Rivoli, aren't we? No, it's just... those two. That's an awkward way to fly, but hey. Aww. But, oh, it was huh and oh. That was some impressive teamwork, you two. Oh, you saw that, Heath? Hearth? Mullet man. Talk about embarrassing. Why is it embarrassing? I didn't listen when Giza tried to tell me. I thought I could handle it. Okay. But I just ended up losing my favorite bow to those stupid things. I thought I was fully fledged, but there's probably no way I could have gotten it back on my own. I think you could have done it. Ignoring everything else, that bow basically knocks the clearing out of anything else that it shoots, so it should have been fine. I bet you see now why we were treating you like a small chick. Aww. Yeah. I wanted to replace that mask before I started this. Why didn't I replace the mask? I'll throw out this. Hello there. Hi. I'm Josh. John. Someone. I don't know. I think it sounds... does that look like a Josh too? I think it looks like a Josh. Hey there. I think I finally get what my dad's been trying to tell me this whole time. Yeah, I think you did. Is that all there is to the story? No, I don't think that is. No, it's not. Give me more information. It seems unlikely to let your bow be taken, Tulin. Were you electrocuted? Electrocution tends to do that. Yeah, funny story about that. There was this whole thing with... Are you blaming random ghosts, or is this an actual problem? Is Princess Zelda just coming into your mind and taking your bow and handing it to random monsters? It will make him stronger, Link. Give it time. I don't think it's gonna work, Zelda. No, he must learn the hardships of losing his bow over and over again. I spotted her getting attacked by that monster, and it was such a surprise that I dropped my guard, and it's still... That sounds more like a Yiga clan member, if I'm gonna be honest. But hey, I've been stupid before, and I'll be stupid again. I guess she was fine, because then she zoomed up above that cloud.
Huh?
What? Princess Zelda flew above the cloud? How can that be? Yeah, it's kind of confusing. See how I look and I saw it. It's weird. Seems like a stretch, but we're not going to get to the bottom of this sitting around. Yeah, it's kind of confusing. But hey, Tulin, Link came out looking for Princess Zelda. I read that with the wrong comments. You should go with him and investigate the cloud. You say the princess soared into, but I thought it wasn't. I wasn't allowed.
Ah.
I got a report coming. I got a report before coming here. We think it's likely the blizzard is coming from inside the cloud after all. Wouldn't it be? Like, there's only one other option, which would be the depths, and I'm just gonna tell you, it's kind of hard to reach anything up there. Assumedly. I want to see for myself as soon as I can, but the strong winds make any approach from the side impossible. The only way through is the top, but there's not a Rito alive capable of crossing the stormy sky and making it all the way there. Well, except for one. Aww. I'm talking about you, Tulin. Only you have the skill and training to create gusts at will. Tulin will be the finest Rito warrior of all once he understands the value of working with his allies.
Huh?
You know who said that to me? Your old man, Teba. Dad said that?
Oh.
Yeah. And I'll make sure that he knows what you accomplished here today. Now it's time to go. What starts with F there? Now it's time to go with Link to find Princess Zelda and whatever's causing this blizzard. 41 minutes in. Next time. I saw Princess Zelda up on top of the Sky Islands near Hyper Peak. Let's check it out there first.
Oh.
Tulin, we're counting on you. Aw, they give you a bow just in case. Actually. I already have one of those. But also, having a falcon bow is not gonna kill me. Oh, how do I use you? Like... Yeah, that so did not work. Let's try going there. Okay, so... Okay. There we go. Oh yeah, thanks mate. Okay, so... It's kind of like a mid-air boost. Okay, so... For this... Because this is gonna be a mess. Let's just keep on adding to the mess that I'm already dealing with. There we go. Before we enter into any more stinking movie moments, you know what, just add that. Danke. Genuinely, it's actually quite helpful right now. Okay, so... I can make that on my own, mate. Okay, so I'm going to go up there, and you're going to be expected to follow me. I'm going up there, right? Yes. Oh. Hi. Before the kick comes up, I'm going to need to deal with you. What do I want to attack you with? How about one of these? 3. I am not just gonna sit here going, oh, well, that's, oh, well, that's. Thinking now. Oh, it's on spear. I don't think I have any weapons that are like Zonite that are undamaged, so I'm actually gonna change out Stinking Captain Reaper for it. Let's see what this looks like. Hey, you don't mind, like, being in a picture op, do you? Okay, come here, come here. Yeah, yeah, okay. Good. There we go. That is so not working, so I'm just gonna do this. And a quick picture. Aww. Let's go. Savage Lionel bow is badly damaged. That's why I chose it. I don't need an undamaged bow. I need this job done. I should have probably just said fresh, but hey, undamaged works too. As long as you don't use your head. Okay. With this kid's help, we should be able to make the gap. Are you sure about that? Pretty sure. How sure is pretty sure? Mostly. I'm stupid. Okay. Can this work? No. Okay, so I might not be able to make it just by strong wind. So, Dylan, you know your fire safety. Sorry about this. I'm gonna need to make a gust of my own. Okay, so we do this first. We do this first. And then... Poor guy. Your feathers aren't... Well, what? Are they?
Oh. Oh.
Basically, he's checking if he's allowed here, and, Tulin just confirmed. Oh, everyone admired your uncussed technique since you first demonstrated it.
Ah.
You may be the only one capable of rising above that cloud to find the truth among the turbulent skies. You just give me a second. I've set up a wind gust spot myself. Oh. Oh, I am supposed to. Okay. Let's go. Oh, okay, that's a lot more effective than it was before. Because I think I was using it improperly before. I know when you... Okay. Watch the child. And not what I'm doing right now, because I just want to... There we go. There we go.
Leave it to me.
Let's get... I just realized... This is basically just gonna be me climbing all the time, so, I'll see you soon. Okay. Can't you see where this one will go? Okay, 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 okay. Actually, no. Yeah, now. Okay, let's try. Nope. No. Okay. I'm going to dive into the rock above my head. Okay, you know what? I'm going to dive into the rock above my head. Follow me. You do know time has stopped right now and I can't hear what you're saying. Silence, child. You coming, Tulin? You know Ascend 2? I learned it while you weren't looking. But in the... Hello? Why is this a two-step process?
Hey.
What? It was around here that I saw Princess Zelda, but now I don't know where she could have gone. I think back in time. Yeah, I just noticed that. Yep, I think it's a good idea. Investigate. Hello. Do you see that over there? It's a flying ship. Yes.
Oi!
Look at that. It's a boat. Do not let the influence of what is going on make you do something that you're gonna regret. But as long as it tells you to come to you and it refuses to come to you, it's usually a bad thing. Whose voice was that? Was it coming from somewhere up there? Oh no. Oh no. There's something inside the clouds. Yeah. It's a lot of ships just circling around one ship. And when there's a fleet that's just going, oh yeah, I'm just gonna circle around this thing, you should be careful. Tons of those little flying boats too. You know what it reminds me of? A fleet? A line of ships soaring, built as we passed skyward. As I passed skyward. The song again. That you said you didn't believe in, and now you suddenly come out of nowhere and go, you know, there's something right before my eyes, and I probably should pay attention.
Oh.
Was that children's song true? Wives' Tale. I think they were trying to say Wives' Tale without saying Wives' Tale. Is it Wives' Tale? I had no idea. You heard that strange voice too, Link? Yeah, it's like it's calling us up there. Yeah. That sounds like, how an anglerfish kind of sits there and goes, come to me, little fishies. Maybe she went over to that skyship. Oh, nowhere to go but up. Come on, let us go. Just imagine the sound of that. Now he's Naruto running. Oh no. What the? I wouldn't get your wings wet, but hey, your choice. Hey, I got some arrows for you, buddy. I already have plenty of arrows. Fine. No, it's not fine. She's refusing to stay still to get snuggled. And yet she wants snuggles. Admit your crimes. Tell them of your crimes. You're willing to tell them of your crimes? Are you going to perfect them? No. You're just gonna stick your paw in my mouth? Yeah. Yeah. Just gonna sit there. Okay. Wasting my recording time. Just like you wanted to do. And I can't even hear your purrs because the stinking fan. She's purring, by the way. It's not like I'm just sitting here imagining her purrs. Like, maybe if I stick her right up. Can you hear them now? No. Did you stop purring? We'll see how that sounds later. Yet, let's use the ultimate technique. sneaking up on them, even though you didn't technically sneak up on them. Boom. Durability saved. Actually, since I've got the Twilight gear completed, because the King Gleokden from underneath the ground actually had the Twilight cap, I upgraded it to 2 stars, all of them, and it gives me an attack bonus. Oh yeah. Like so, where's Tooling come? Does he actually just, like... Okay, he just comes from the stinking sky. Hey.
Don't give up.
I'm trying to get back up there. What the...
Strong wind.
Okay. I'm just going to go over here, wherever that lands me, and then try and proceed because I can't stinking waste time right now. I'm trying to keep it efficient. Okay, so. Can I make it all the way? Stealth-like? Yes, but there is a reward if I don't. So, let's just get myself that nice little reward. What the? Okay, there we go. There it is. Let's see what we got. I've collected most of the stuff that the old maps give. I've already collected the thing that the old map showed you. Oh, come on. No. Okay, so... What was that? We'll never know. I'm just moving on from like trying anything other than just playing out. Bro gets to work. You thought I was just a kid, didn't you? Not with that bow. Not with that bow, not right now. I can make it on my own, Tulin. It's okay. But your arm is broken. It's fine, Tulin. I'm Batman. But I thought... Ah, whatever. Just gonna say, Link canonically just slammed his face directly into that thing. Yep. How did I miss that? Literally have the slow-mo advantage. Give me the... Yeah, there we go. Oh, it refills your health too. That's a weird looking health, I'm just gonna tell you. That's a weird looking sun, huh? Like, if your son looks like that. Golly, SCP. Let's just real quick. Before our work gets done.
glow of the blood-stained moon shine.
Timing. Are they back? No. Oh, no.
All set.
Thanks, Tulin. That was a moment straight out of a movie. Oh, hello. Hi. Isn't that kind of cheeky?
Leave it to me.
I have that on camera, right? Just that's kind of cheeky, right? Weird. Tulin just gave me punishment for using a stealthy tactic. Zelda punishes stealthy tactics confirmed? That was so bad. By the way, if you don't know what happened there, you see, when I hit A, or actually I spammed A to collect the items, and because I was walking up to this guy, and he had his skill ready, it hit the prime, and then it gushed. So, that's what happened there. Oh wait, I'm almost out of health. Excuse me. Give me a second while I drink a lizard. Okay, let's go. Thank goodness that whole thing is... Oh! Finally reached the cold section that's gonna need something more than a little bit of... Yeah, it's too cold. Which means we've got to drop everything for the sake of not freezing to death. Aye. Yep. I'll be fine. But what about you, Link? Maybe you'll make sure you don't freeze, okay? I just did. Thank you, Tulin. Aww. He's worried about his old man. Give him a few moments, and then he's gonna be inside of his teenage years. And be all angsty. I am sure that is probably like Aurora's blessing. But I'm gonna move on with my day. Ooh, a big one. Crap going on there. Is this just like my life now? I have to thinking bounce from one to the next. Alright. Kinda weird. But it's your progression system, bro. I'm just living in it. Okay. Next stage. Let's roll. Okay, let's go the opposite direction so that it's more likely to land right on top. That's what you like to see. Yes. Please, going up. Let's see what we got. Next time. I'm joking. If this is an hour long, it's an hour long. I'll leave it to how long it needs to be. Okay, let's go. He's like, I'm trying over here, the atmosphere's kind of thin. Snipers. Wind Temple. Oh no. The Zora are gonna bring back the water temple. Not that. I never played Ocarina of Time. I've only heard legends of the thing. But it's still terrifying. No acknowledgement of the juice. Wow. This is what was waiting for us in that huge cloud. This is the Stormwind arc from the kids' song. Why we couldn't just say, like, Midwife's Tale? I don't know. Huh? Wow, you are getting better and better. They're actively copying the old version of Zelda now. Hawk? What the? This proves it, Link. The blizzard that's been pounding Rito Village is coming from there. Yeah, I didn't see someone oh yeah, didn't I see someone here a minute ago? I could have swear that they were just here. Fuck! What are you doing? Progress. All in the name of progress. Okay. Looks like it's shut tight, but the source of the blizzard has got to be right under that hatch. Isn't there a way we could get it open? It's that sound there again.
Brave fledgling. There are still 5 locks securing the hatch on the deck. Use your power to release all 5 locks, and the hatch should open. Heed my words.
I try not to interrupt the stuff. Okay. Is this audio above? Okay, let's see. I am able to talk louder than it. Okay, so I couldn't hear what they were actually saying at first. Then okay, so brave fledgling. To the source of the blizzard, it has got to be under that hatch. If the voice is right, it'll open once we release the 5 locks. We're so close. Go on, Link. Let's go. Let's go figure out how to open those locks. And that helps. I'm helping. That sound mixed in with that. You know what you need? An extended warranty. Clunk. Okay. There's space behind it, but that's not real thing. We're supposed to be. Hey, Link, look at that. Yeah, that'd be the lock. This is one of those locks. It's kind of shaped like a windmill. I'm retarded. Of course it would need you. Okay. There we go. Thanks, mate.
Hey, Link! This thing opened one of the locks. We gotta find the other 4.
There's actual middle of the stinking mission voice acting? Impressive. They're ascending to new heights. Oh, still go here. 3 times in a row. Nice job, Toolin. I know what you did. 3 times by Toolin. 3 times in a row. Alright. Be careful, I thought I was gonna need to blow, but okay.
Here it goes!
Supposed to do. Supposed to go up here. Because up here, where the important stuff is. Okay. Perfection. I don't think that was the intended effect, but hey. Yeah, okay. Let's get some durability off this guy. No, there it is. It's so annoying that is one of the most successful
Leave it
techniques.
to me!
Because it does feel kind of easy to just constantly use platforms on these things. It's like
3 down, 2 to go.
okay. Like I preferred if the flurry rush used less strikes. Okay, hello. Yep. Okay.
Link!
That the wrong direction? Might have been the wrong direction. I'm just gonna hope he sticks by. Let's see if this works. Just gonna randomly place seed inside my inventory. I can say, ooh. Okay. What is that for? Was I supposed to trip that? I don't think I was supposed to trip that.
We only have one left.
How did I avoid all those? I think I just already set it off. Large zonite. Could always use a little bit more of that. Oh, hello. I'd say that's what the laser beams triggered. No. Okay. Insert you as many times as you'll let me. Basically, the fact that you don't kill me, but did I go to the wrong spot twice? What? I don't think so. Okay. There should be. Okay. This is a stairway. Basically, because of the position of that thing, you can just literally. This is right. How about this? Where's the balloon go? Did he get... Okay.
All set.
Actually, I kind of want to test something. Nope. That I'm just wasting the Okay.
That's it, Link. We've unlocked. We should be able to open up the hatch on the main deck now. Come on, let's go.
Great voice acting, though. I was trying to get back up there. I'll get back up there, though. Oh, so it literally just opened for me. Okay. Because I didn't put the box in my way, it wasn't in my way. Maybe if somebody didn't do something dumb, they wouldn't have a dumb problem. Okay. Let's finish this off.
Okay, let's go.
No, I think I will just probably sit here in the middle of the room. Nice.
That thing must be what's causing the blizzard. We've got to take it down.
Shit, but sure. Let's take it down. Okay.
This wind is so strong. Don't get blown away, Link.
What's that?
What? Where'd it go?
Oh no. think fire. Now let's use electricity. Okay, fire. And then electricity.
Hey, that worked!
Where did that thing go? Did that thing just up and say, nope, I'm out of here? Oh. Whoa. Just a few small glitches. Okay, come on, come on, come on. No, no. Got closer. Yes. Okay, I'm just gonna admit that I need to use this. What? Be expensive. Gotcha. Okay. Second phase. Wow.
We have to stay clear of those tornadoes! Be careful!
Okay. Where is it?
Don't get too close to the tornadoes!
I'm trying not to. They literally just spawned on top of me.
Dodge it!
Oh, that. Why can't I look straight down? I want to. This is the limit. Okay, come on. Okay, come on. There we go. Let's even make it a little bit heavier so it floats a little bit. Oh, it's gonna show up underneath me.
It's coming from below again!
Why? Come on.
Way to go, Link! I'll
Not
help you!
done yet. You got a plan? Whoa. Apparently let me get even. That's a plan. There we go. I such a further bits of stuff. Kablooey. What's that? Uh-oh. Is that his now? Is the comma his? I got plenty of those already. Let's sit here through the movie moments and move on with our lives. Oh, it's yours now. And more dead people talk to us. I'm
Tulip,
gonna guess.
my
Guess.
brave fledgling.
I know that voice.
Is it your father?
It's you. You're the one who's been guiding us?
Yes, I am your ancestor from a time long ago. I proudly
Nice
served
mask.
Hyrule's first king. I was a Rito warrior and a sage with control of the wind. Where you fight, the winds follow. I would expect nothing less from my descendant. You make me proud. That monster you defeated, the source of that intense blizzard, it was summoned by the Demon King. He thought it could stop you from obtaining the stone you just found. My secret stone.
We're finding secret
Demon
stones.
King? Secret stone?
This is a lot to
The
learn
puns.
all of a sudden.
Avoid the
I know.
puns.
But listen while I tell you what happened
Beware
in
the
the
secret
past.
stones of the
A
Rito.
tale of the imprisoning war. And the mission our people must accomplish.
Oh yeah? I seem to be keeping up with
Years
volume-wise.
ago, when the kingdom of Hyrule
Was yet
still
young.
young. A great evil, the Demon King, descended on the land. He sought to wipe out anyone who opposed him. But Rauru, the first king of Hyrule, requested my aid, as well as that of 5 other warriors, to help in the fight. Rauru entrusted us with amazing artifacts, secret stones, objects that amplified our formidable abilities. I carried one
Okay.
into battle as the Sage of Wind. It was thrilling to fight alongside my fellow sages. Yet we were still no match for the Demon King's overwhelming power. His magic was staggering, and I was unable to slip past his defenses, no matter how hard I tried. In the end, King Rauru realized that we would not be able to defeat the Demon King. To save our world, King Rauru sacrificed himself and sealed the Demon King away.
So that was the imprisoning war.
He's actually got an eye in his skull that he always has closed.
The rest of us survived that climactic battle. And I would soon receive a visitor with a request that would define the future of the Rito. It was another of the 6 sages, the Sage of Time.
The Demon King will return. The magic binding him will be undone. When that time comes, a noble swordsman named Link will oppose him. But Link will only succeed with the Rito's help. Summon the winds and support this hero.
It was clear what part the Rito would play.
It will be an honor to defeat the Demon King. I swear to you that when the Demon King returns, the Rito Sage of Wind will awaken once more. And you
I'm
can
wearing a
count
mask
on
now.
the full support of the Rito.
Brilliant voice acting. 10 out of 10.
And now you know about the imprisoning war and a mission I accepted on our behalf. You've saved Rito Village.
I just stayed
but
silent
there's
through that
more
whole
to
thing.
do.
Let's hope I don't get a
The
copyright
Demon
strike.
King will soon recover
sitting there
his
trying to figure
full
out-
strength.
How that's supposed to match in with Skyward Sword.
Tulin, my brave fledgling, you must
kinda
take up my secret stone and honor the Sage of Time's request.
Oh,
Fight the Demon King
passing it on to you,
with the
brother.
swordsman Link.
That's me, by the way. I'm adding content.
So That's my mission. To fight the Demon King with you?
Nah. The guy with the mask had something over his nose. That means he's completely untrustworthy.
Link! This is so amazing! I can't believe my ancestor gave me such an important mission. And it involves fighting alongside
But
you to
straight
save
from-
the world.
I trust you, young fledgling, too.
If we
This
don't
is
do
so
anything,
amazing.
then the world is gonna be in
Wow.
big trouble.
I got a perm.
I can't let that happen. I'll do this. I'll happily take this secret stone.
Yeah, just watch where you put it. Ta-da. Oh, it's colorful.
I am the Sage of Wind. Look, check out what I can do now.
Don't knock me off cliffs with that. A child cannot just randomly choose.
Hold out your
I think
hand.
now he needs some wind. He's been enough of a jerk to me without talking to me.
The
I
Sage
just
of Wind.
randomly knock him
Swear
off
to
a cliff.
fight by your side until the end.
No. You have my bow.
Take this. It's proof that I'm with you.
How do you suddenly know how to use this solo? Stop keeping pulling at my hand. That's weird. Oh well. You don't know if I stuck this hand, child. Oh no! The ring of power is ours. That child will be a tormentor.
You can use that ring to call on my power anytime, alright? Okay, let's head back to the village and tell Dad.
I'm going to regret this. Wow, looks like you were near a cliff. And you haven't talked to me in 5 months. Ah, you should have been updating your Discord. Haven't been checking your Twitter, have you? Strong wind! Tulula! I am now... My fate is now in the hands of a child. Was it smart to leave them alone up there? Wow, you might want to get out of that sun. The sun seems less like a vibrant, like, nice place, and more like a death ray at this point. That's a lot of snow to just melt through. Oh well. Okay.
Oh,
You guys did it. Nice going. Yeah, turns out it was easy once we got started working together. Yeah. This was no small feat, child. But I still can't believe the storm went off from the children's song was real. You're the one who thought it was to begin with. Seems like they're a little bit rusty after, Nah, I feel like it's a decent enough story. There's a few little flaws, evidently, but it ain't all that bad. I completely missed that last bit. Oh. For a job well done, too. What? This bow meant so much to you. And now you're giving it to me? It was always my intention to give it to you once you came of age as a warrior. Thank you. I'll prove to you that I can become a warrior worthy of this bow. I have no idea if that's actually what he said, but I'm going to assume. Worthy of carrying it. Ah. Hey Link, that woman in my vision, Ancestor showed us. Didn't she look a lot like Princess Zelda? Do you think that was real? Or do you think that was the real princess? I mean, it seemed like a long, long time ago. There's still a bunch of unanswered questions. I gotta know more about this figure we saw in the Stormwind arc, so I'm going to go looking into it in person. Personally. Next time you see me, I'll have more information about Princess Zelda, so check in with me sometime, okay? And remember, with the Great Sage's power, the two of us can keep working together no matter what. Bow of Tulin, Sage of Wind. Link, we meet again. Kando and I came here to see the glyph. Sadly, we were thwarted by the blizzard and the ground nearby. After it finally calmed down, we made our way to this village. We plan to get on with finding that glyph shortly. Link, I've been wondering. Have you found this glyph in the southern Hebrew yet? The map in the Forgotten Temple showed us a glyph shaped like a castle. I found it, I just haven't gotten it yet. We intend to investigate the glyph as well. But something's going on. Someone has granted you the power to summon this avatar. Okay. Oh, I got a perm! Guys, if you would like, comment, and subscribe, it'd be greatly appreciated, and, yeah, don't die, it's no fun. Like, if you would comment, it'd be appreciated, and if you subscribe, welcome to the ride. So that was 4, and I hope you enjoy this outro. If you don't, then it's a waste of time. Oh well. Hey, this one's gonna be a little bit more cheat than the last one because I had unfreezable on this armor. I'm also gonna do this. Ignore the scratching in the background, I cannot stop it. Hello? Man. Just going to do a cheeky little health revive. Die. Let's just do this. Why did it go for the far one? Yeah. I forgot. I just wanted to switch out. Aye. So you go health revive. Thank goodness I wasn't sitting right there. Okay, so let's just go over to this guy because they're down and change it up a little bit. Okay. That should have activated. Great. Where's the wind tunnels? We're only supposed to have wind tunnels. Yep. Something's not working right. That's just a little pain. I think there's only one thing to do. Gotcha. Let's do a full-on snipe, apparently. I'll refill health after. Aye. Die me die. Okay, there you guys go. There's Gliok, and then the lightning one I've already done, so I'll show that, and then I'll do a King Gliok for you guys. Because I love you. Love you.